There's no greater piece in our repertoire that's written for the viola than the Rebecca Clarke Sonata. The Rebecca Clarke Sonata, to me, personifies the viola. It's written by a violist, Rebecca Clarke, in the early 1900s, 1919 to be exact, I believe. And what I love about the beginning here is that it starts in the upper register and finishes in the low register within just a few seconds. And I love pieces that do that. I love pieces that show the whole range of the viola pretty quickly so that I can show people how beautiful an instrument the viola is. When I play the beginning, I try to personify the opening to an instrument different than the viola. Sometimes it's a great idea when playing to think that you're playing a different instrument. In other words, what would a different instrument sound like if they played this? And I try to think of what instrument would play this if it were not a viola. And in this case, I would think that this would be a trumpet. To me, that's a trumpet fanfare calling for a king to enter. And I try to make that set the stage for the piece. So in order to do that, I need to have a good bite in my sound. If we bite too much, we get a stiff sound like that. So I need to have a good bite, release sound. Some people call it catch and release. I call it bite and release. In order to get a bite and release, we need to have a lot of bow pressure and set really into the string. So almost like this. And then, but still a flexible finger like that. But then when we begin the stroke, immediately release. A good practice for that is to make a tremolo at the end of the release. So bite. You can see I'm doing a little tremolo over there because that makes the bow very loose. Grab the bow to the string. Up bow. Same thing. Exercise for that, very simple, Kreutzer number 7. Sometimes I only practice the first measure of that, but having a good bite and release, starting in the middle of the bow. You notice how I always set the bow on the string before I start. Set the bow on the string, grab the string here, like that. So that's a good exercise to play. When I play the beginning, I have the bite and the release and a bunch of crescendos. So let me show you that. One great technique is a bite, stop, slow, off the string, like that, with an acceleration. So I have like that. Now when I come back to the string, I don't want to hit the string, but rather back to the string, and another release. Now remember, if possible, if humanly possible, it's a great idea to start every note from the string. I always tell my students, approach all notes from the string. So try not to hit from over, but place and place. Sometimes we can't do that, but most of the time we can. And it's a good idea always to practice that way. So now let's take a look at how I play the beginning there again. Like so. Now when I do these notes here, you see the grip. I have a real grip on the string, and I play here. I like to draw X's with the bow so that my bow really sticks to the string during that. As I come across, now I'm going to go to the D string. Now let's go to the bottom of the instrument and feel the C string. Just the other day, one of my students told me that they felt that their vibrato was too tight on the C string for the viola. So let me talk a little bit about that. It's all about balance. It's all about balance. When I play on the C string, I like to feel a cushion down here. So you can see that my hand's over the instrument. My vibrato might be a little tight. But if I really relax my arm, in fact, I can hold the instrument over here with my hand and just set my hand down, and you can see the nice springy feeling I get on my finger, and then my hand can vibrate very, very freely like this, hardly with the thumb at all. But I don't have a thumb here to hold the instrument with all the time. So I have to imagine that. So I use my jaw over here with my chin rest kind of to make it feel that someone's holding my instrument up for me. And then I can get that nice loose vibrato on the C string. It really works well. You have to practice that, but set, hang, and then just kind of maneuver back and forth. Try without your thumb there. And I'm also, remember, I'm holding over here on the side of the instrument with my other hand, and I'm just feeling my finger rocking back and forth. And then I can get that beautiful sound on the C string. So that really helps. So the beginning of the piece, it's great. It ends down on the bottom there. There's one thing I want to say is that it says to play this B here, Sol C. That's nice, but I usually just play that in first position. I do my little slidey over there on the D string. If you play this right, it should feel that you can play that low E at the end forever. I love that feeling. So the beginning part of the Rebecca Clarke. What a great piece. When you hear me play it, you can see that I'm thinking A string, D string, a little softer, now a little more fudgy, chocolate fudgy, and then finally my C string, the warmth. So I really, really try to show off how the strings all have a different color and character. And there you have the opening of the Rebecca Clarke Sonata, one of the great ones. Well, I hope you enjoy that, and I hope that you practice well. And until I see you the next time, happy practicing.